Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Liz, and today's video is pretty much a book haul, just showing you all the books that I've got and also telling you about a little app that I found for your books, holding all the information of what kind of books you have. So first I'll just show you the books that I do have, and then I'll get into telling you about the app. So first off, I'll show you the ones that I've already read and that I really liked, and try and, I guess, keep them in order. So what I think would be in order is the Cassandra Clare books. So there is the Shadowhunters Codex, which I think this one would be kind of the one that you would read first, or maybe while you're reading the Mortal Instruments ones would be best, actually. Yeah, so there's this one anyway. So this one is actually really good. It just describes to you about all of the runes and the Shadowhunter stuff, so that one's really good. What I think would be one of the first ones would be actually the Bane Chronicles, because Magnus is before Shadowhunters in a way. He does talk about Shadowhunters, and he's part of their life. It's all of that, and it's by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Rees Brennan, and Maureen Johnson. They collaborated with that one, so that one's really good. Yeah, so, and then next would be the Cassandra Clare's Clockwork Angel, which this would be number 1, so number 1. And I think these ones kind of introduce Shadowhunters, because yet again from the Mortal Instruments one is that this girl that didn't know anything about Shadowhunters, and she's just like thrown into their world. But instead of the Mortal Instruments one, she is a Shadowhunter. This one is a little bit different. She is a Shadowhunter, but at the same time she isn't, so I don't want to spoil anything. So this is the first one that you would read, and this is the first one that I've got from that one. And then next would be Clockwork Prince, so this is the second one. And yeah, it just continues on from the first one. Obviously there's 3 books that go with that series. So this is the third one, which is Clockwork Princess. And yeah, the ones that I read first was, I didn't actually read them first. I first watched the movie Mortal Instruments, and then I watched the TV series, and within like the first few episodes of the TV series, I actually then looked into the books and I started reading them. And for me, that was really good, because I had already a picture in my mind about the characters and who they are and their personalities and everything, and for myself, I didn't mind that it isn't exactly like the book series from the TV series and also the movie. But I know that for a lot of people that have read the books first and then watched the series and the movie, they didn't like it. Some people did like it, and everybody's entitled to their opinion of what they liked, and some people are diehard fans where they want it to be exactly how it is, and that's fair enough. But in reality, you can't have exactly from the books to the movie or the series, because it would be just a really long series, and which I wouldn't mind because I love Shadowhunters, and it's beautiful. So anyway, so the 1, 2, 3 of this one, so that was the end of that series of that one. But then it continues obviously to the Mortal Instruments, so that would be then City of Bones. So that's the first one. This is still Cassandra Clare, by the way. So there's that one, and then the City of Ashes is number 2 of that series. And like I said, that one kind of goes with of where this girl that is the Shadowhunter, which she didn't know that she was a Shadowhunter. She gets thrown into this world which she didn't know about, and something as her best friend is thrown into the world too. And yeah, it's just a lot of action, fantasy, a little bit of romance, which is really good. It's a young adult fiction, which I really like young adult fiction. You know, it's fun. You know, I wish that sometimes it was a little bit more adult in a way, but it's young adults, so it's really good. So then there is City of Glass. That's the third one of it. And then Fallen Angel, City of Fallen Angels. So that's the fourth one. There's about 6 of them in the series, which we've got 5. The City of Lost Souls, and then City of Heavenly Fire. So that is that series, still connected with the last one of the 3 books. And then, you know, it doesn't end there, you know, it just keeps going, which then gets into, I think I'm forgetting a book. I am forgetting a book. It's somewhere there. So from that one, actually, what I believe it actually goes to then this one. So the Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy, which is pretty much of Simon Lewis, which is Clary's friend, who is the star of the Mortal Instruments series. She's the main character, and Simon Lewis is her best friend, who is also thrown into that world. And yeah, he's the main character of this one, and it's just his story of how he was, you know, from that series and what is thereafter. You know, it does have Clary, and it has the other characters in it. It has a bit of the future following of it, you know, just more into it. So then it's just nice to be able to like continue the series. Then from the Tales of Shadowhunter Academy, in the middle of this one, I guess continuing from this one, is then Lady Midnight, which is the the Dark Artifacts. I can't speak now. Dark Artifacts. So this is continuing of the series from Cassandra Clare. There's another book too, which is somewhere. I've got it, but it's somewhere in this room. I don't remember where it is, but it's somewhere there. That one is really good too. It just continues on with the Lady Midnight, and there's actually a third one coming out later this year in December. So soon, oh yay. And that one just continues on with that. But this time, this book series is about a parabatai, so the girl and boy who are best friends, and they are already Shadowhunters. They've known from birth that they are Shadowhunters, so it's not like the other ones where they didn't know that they were part of the world and stuff. This one is, they know that they are part of that world, and yeah, it's really, really good too. I don't know, I just love the Cassandra Clare books. They're beautiful. And then there is Circuit the Freak, Vampire's Assistant. This is the trilogy one. I'm not entirely happy with getting this cover for my collection, but at the time when I had gotten it, this is the only one that I could see, and I just really wanted to get back into it because I had read it ages ago when I was probably maybe 12 or something. I'm 25 now, so it was a while ago. And yeah, I really liked it. I read up to book 6 or 7. There's about 12 books of the series of this Darren Shan book. So this is by Darren Shan, and he's put himself into the book where he's actually using his name and all that stuff. So yeah, this is a trilogy. So book 1, 2, and 3 in this one, and then there is Vampire Rights. Yeah, this one. Yes, I can't remember. And then again, Darren Shan, and this one is the Vampire Right one. This is another trilogy. So these books that I've got, they're all, yes, like I said, trilogies. So, yeah, they just look a little bit better than having just all the small ones of them. So yeah, this continues on from this story. And then comes the Vampire War trilogy, which is also yet again Darren Shan continues on from that one. This is also yet again another young adult book series. It's action, fantasy, not a lot, pretty much no romance, just very limited romance in it, the hint of romance. I mean, he's I think 12 or 13-year-old boy, maybe 15, yeah, 12, 13-year-old boy, and so he's not that interested in girls, and I mean, he becomes a half vampire. That's part of the storyline of it, and because since he is a half vampire, he only ages, for every 5 years he ages 1 year, so that takes a long time for him to age. And once he becomes a full vampire, it will take about 10 years to be able to age just like 1 year. So yeah, I think for every book it's maybe like from book 1, I guess the trilogy of it, I think it takes about 8 years, and then another 5 years for the next trilogy, and so there's a bit of in between. So he does apparently age, but that, I guess that's more mentally, but physically he is still like a young boy. And so the last part of the trilogy from Darren Shan is the Vampire Destiny. So, and by the way, my cutest bookmark is a little zip. It doesn't move or anything except for this little part, but my favorite, and I love green, so yes, I'm in the middle of reading this one. I've taken a little break from reading at the moment, just with some personal things that has happened, but that's fine. So, but I'll be getting back into reading that soon. I love the series. So now it's the books that I haven't read yet, but this one actually I tried to read, like I read maybe a few pages and I just could not get into it. I just could not, and nothing wrong with it. Nothing, like, don't bash me on that for it. It's just, I guess at that moment when I tried to start reading it, I just wouldn't get interested in it. And I mean, it's a young adult fantasy book, but I couldn't, but I'm keeping it, so then eventually when I feel like maybe I will get into it, I will then try again, and I will hopefully love it. But this one is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, and yeah, it's like that, so I've got that one. And then this one is Kendar Blake. Okay, 3 Dark Crowns. So this one is part 1 of 3 books. The third one is actually coming out very soon, I think it is. But the second one is already out. And yeah, I haven't read this one yet, so I don't know entirely what, I mean, from the back it tells you exactly what it's about. But from what I've read from the back, it says that in every generation on the island of Fennbirn, a set of triplets is born, 3 queens, all equal heirs to the wow, to the crown, all possessed of a coveted. I read books, but I can't read. They have magic. We'll just say that. I can't read now, can I? Yeah. So pretty much is that these 3 sisters, they have to fight to the death to be able to become the queen. Like, they can't just bow down and be like, okay, you clearly should be the queen. No, they have to fight each other and actually kill each other to be able to get to be the queen. And yeah, I'm assuming since there's 3 books, there must be, at the end of this book, there's only 2 left, and then by the end of the second book, you know, there must be the last one or whatever, and then her story of all that. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't started reading this yet. I want to finish my Darren Shan books. You know, I prefer to get really involved into the book and, you know, actually follow what's happening rather than start one book and then continue. Plus, I've got the one bookmark which I really love and I like to use, so there's that. Okay. So then there's this one that I found that I got the other day, which is The Bone Witch. This is from Rin Chupeco. I'm sorry if I've said the name wrong. I apologize very, very much. But this one looks really, really great. And this is, yeah, again, a young adult fiction fantasy book. You know, this is, yeah, like I said, I haven't started reading this yet, but I'm eager to start reading this. It looks and it sounds beautiful to be able to read. Oh, and I think that it's a part of a series too. I think there's another book. There's a book before this that is different series from the same person. Different series though. So this person is writing different series for the books. But yeah, I think this is the first one, and there's another one after, and continues on and stuff. So once I get that one, I will show you that one and show you this one again to show you. Now I'll just show you. Okay, and then this one is by Jeremy Lachlan, Jane Doe and the Creator of All Worlds. So yet again, have not read this yet, but I've been told by many, many people that this is really, really good, young adult fiction. And yeah, it's apparently about this girl that has like some serious sassy comments, like funny and everything. So who wouldn't like a sassy little girl? That's just fun. Yeah, so I want to get into that. I don't know. So I don't know. I don't think there's any other. Well, I mean, it says one. So I'm assuming that means that there's supposed to be more coming out. I would assume that, but I haven't heard anything yet. And I mean, this is apparently quite new. A few of my friends actually had told me about it. So yeah. And then this one, The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. Yeah, this is also another part of a series. I think there's another 3. There are 2 or 3 books for this one. So it's a series of books. So yes, I have not read this one either. Apparently, it's a young adult fantasy book. So we will go for the young adult fantasy fiction ones, won't we? Yes, we will. Yeah. This one's very pretty with green. I say that while I wear green and have green in the background. I painted that. I think I was like 14, so. Yeah, so, okay, so now about the app that I found. So that one, it is called BookBuddy, I think it is, BookBuddy, and it's a free app. So far that I know of, it is a free app, and what you do is, after you've downloaded it, on the top right corner, there would be a little plus sign, which you click on that, and then it gives you the option of either scanning a singular barcode, scanning multiple barcodes, or searching online for the title or author. So that one, you just, like I said, you scan the book, and then it will add it to that app on your phone, and you would be able to then pretty much see every single book that you have got, and then I think it gives you the option to state whether you have already read it, that you haven't read it, or that you've loaned it out to somebody. But just as long as you know that you have that book, so then you don't accidentally buy another one. Or if somebody asks you, oh, have you read this book, or do you have this book, you don't really have to think too hard on, oh yeah, I have it, or that trying to remember that yes, you've read it, but do you have it? You've got that app, so you could just go on, or there's also an option to review the book, so you give your opinion on it. So then I guess next time, or if somebody asks you about the book, you can just give them your phone with the app and be like, look through. Or if you can't remember if you really liked it or not, or that you reread it and then you look at your review from last time and go, no, I actually liked it much better this time, or not as good now. You know, you can change those things, and it is listed. You know, it's categorized differently. You can categorize it differently. You have the option of listing it as just from alphabetically, or you can have it first of as through alphabetically of the author. So that's categorized with the author, and then alphabetical, and then next author, alphabetical, and all that. So yeah, it's really good. I mean, at the moment I've got 22 books, because I just started to reread again just this year. You know, I used to love to read when I was a kid, and I had books when I was a kid too, but I guess I just stopped. You know, I was doing other things. I just lost interest with reading. You know, I just didn't really want to pay attention to that. So I stopped. You know, I gave away all my books and everything, and but then, yeah, I just, like I said, I just felt like getting back into it, and yeah, got these stuff again. So for this app, yeah, at the moment that I know of, it's free, but there was this other app that I have, which I'll talk about in another video sometime. It's a movie app that you can put down all of your movies, so then you know all the DVDs that you have. For that one, once you got up to about 50 or more than 50, it then was like, oh, download the pro version of it, and it's like, I think you pay once about $16 or something like that, and then you can add more. Like my DVD collection, I've got about almost 850 DVDs. So obviously I needed to get the pro version of it, which, yes, I paid the 16 or whatever dollars that it is. And as for this app, the BookBuddy one, since I only have 22 books, I can't say for sure if it's going to be the same as that one. I mean, once I get up to that point of having more books, then you know, I will let you know. But, or if you guys have gotten the app, or get the app now, and then get to that point of more than what I've got, which I'm sure you would, then, you know, let me know if by the time you get to 50 books, then it's like, oh, you know, pay $16 to upgrade to the pro version and add as many as you like after that. You know, let me know, so then I'm a little bit more prepared for when that happens. And yeah, so, well, that is my book collection for now. You know, I really do hope to add some more books. Once I get more into my collection, I'll do another little book haul that I've got. But at the moment, that is what I've got. And I hope that some of these will interest you into getting those books too, or try out some of those books. Or, you know, let me know of any other books that are quite similar to that. If you've read those ones and you have found other books that are quite similar that you love, that I might like, let me know. I mean, I know that I said that that Throne of Glass or whatever it is, I didn't like. At the moment, I don't like, but maybe later on in the future when I try and read it again, I may like it. So, I mean, it's no harm in giving a suggestion and looking into it and finding out. I mean, books are $20 or so for them if you get a paperback one, that is. And yeah, if I don't like it now, then I may like it later on in the future. Who knows? Or if I know that I'll never ever like it, then, you know, it's a good present to give somebody that will like it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked the books that I've got, and the suggestions that you could try out. But yeah, just thank you so much for watching.